Hey boo hey, we are going to cover 3 strategies that you can use to overcome overwhelm and frustration and stress in your job search. So let's get started. Alright, so if you don't know me, my name is Mercedes and welcome back to my channel. I am a career coach and an executive recruiter, and my entire thing is really helping Black professionals walk in their purpose and create a meaningful career and live their best life, because I think all of those things are together and they belong in the same space when we're thinking about our careers and our lives, right? They're not separate. So those who are already in my community know that I'm all about that career success life, and I invite you to join me in creating your best professional and personal life. Today we are talking about the struggle bus that is job seeking, okay? Like, it doesn't matter who you are. Like, I'm a career coach and I even get frustrated when I start or launch a job search. It is just a fact of life that there are going to be some frustrations that you face in your job search. There's going to be some stress. You may feel overwhelmed. And so today I'm going to share with you 3 strategies that is really going to help you overcome those, or really face that stress, face that feeling of overwhelmed or frustration, right? It's never going to go away, like I said, but here are 3 strategies that you can use to really help yourself stay motivated, stay engaged, and ultimately really not give up, because I know sometimes the fact of the matter is we sometimes get so frustrated that we just quit our job search. So we're not doing that, okay? And so I know, like, okay, well, what are the frustrations? Like, it could be just getting your materials together, not getting interviews, getting ghosted by employers, getting lowball offers even after you've gone through a process, and like everything in between, or even finding positions that are an interest to you. So there are a lot of other videos that I have out there about different strategies that you can use in your job search, but today this is specifically focused on ensuring that you're minimizing that stress in your job search so that you can, right, get to the dream job, okay? So we're going to start off with our first strategy, and that is to narrow your focus. As a career coach, I talk to a lot of different professionals about their frustrations, their overwhelm, and what I notice, and that people may not really recognize, so if you don't recognize this in yourself, maybe do some thinking about what you've been doing in your job search and, you know, kind of make a decision, or really just be a little bit introspective about what you're doing. But sometimes if you don't narrow your focus, you don't end up making progress in your job search. So what that looks like is looking at 3 different career paths, or 3 different types of positions and 3 different types of industries. And then you're spending a little bit in every area, and you don't really streamline or tailor your job search. And so what I always recommend for people, especially when they're just launching their job search, is to just really pick one career path or one industry, one type of field that they're looking to get in, and really focus their efforts on that, because then we can ensure that our resume and our star stories and all those kind of things are really tailored, and then we have better success when we get to our applications, to our interviews, to the offer letter. And so I really want to encourage you, as a strategy to reduce your stress, is to not really spread yourself thin, okay? So think about that, think about what you're doing, and make sure that you're focused. Strategy number 2 is to craft a plan. So if we go into anything without a plan, like, that's going to cause stress, because, like, what are you doing next? Where are you going? It's just a stressor of not knowing and constantly being trying to figure out what's next. And also you lack direction. So, I mean, that's kind of related to the focus piece, but I want you to be really intentional about how you go about your job search. Like, if you're intentional at work, if you plan out things, if you are task oriented, if you are making a project list or a spreadsheet to track things, like, why aren't you doing that for yourself? Okay, you do that for your employer. Okay, so be intentional. Look at it with that fact that you have steps and you have timelines, and especially if you haven't really launch your job search, there's a huge portion of work that's at the front end. Getting your resume in order, finding out what type of positions you're looking for, applying, right? So getting your cover letter in order, okay? There's a lot of tasks that people kind of minimize, but I think what you really need is you need to kind of make an action plan for yourself with specific tasks and steps as you go through your process. And even further, if you're able to like attach timelines for that, that makes it super helpful because you're able to look at this big task that you have for your job search and really just kind of streamline it and make sure that you're really able to focus on what comes next so that you can move forward in the long term. And so while all of the moving pieces may be stressful, when you're able to do that, it makes it a lot more manageable, which reduces your feeling of overwhelm, at least for me, okay, and my clients, okay, one step at a time. Strategy number 3 is that you want to systematize your job search. So people are super inconsistent. Sometimes they will leverage this strategy, or they'll be on this job board, or they will apply to this type of job and then this type of job. See, these are all connected, which is why it's so helpful to have it in this training together. But when you don't have a system for how you conduct your job search, then you're really all over the place. And again, you're not going to get traction because you're not moving forward in one direction. So a system basically makes it easier. So one of the things that I really encourage is that every single week, you review either a job search spreadsheet or a job search journal that can really help you keep up with your progress and where you're moving. So however you decide to do that, whether you want a journal, a spreadsheet, like a notepad, right? As long as it's organized, a good system, just make sure that you're recording the positions that you're applying for, and that you keep information about those positions, maybe who you contact, things like that. It also means that you outline what actions you need to take, right? So if you're applying and you applied on this date, you are going to write that down. If you have an interview on this date, you're going to write that down. If you have certain activities, and if you've been on any of my other trainings, you know that there's basic activities in your job search and there's advanced activities, and you need to really define when and where you do these, or how you do these in your job search. And you need to have touch points or follow-up points for each of those areas, right? If you're networking, you need to define when you're going to spend time networking after you apply, how many contacts are you going to reach out to, that kind of thing, where you truly define what efforts you're going to make every single time you apply. And then outline what that looks like for you for each position. And so those are the types of things where now you're not bumbling about of what you should do next or why or when. You have a process that you do every single time that you apply for a position, and you keep that information so you're organized. And the thing about this, the systematic piece is going to help you stay more focused, because you're going to focus on the position that you apply for at this time. Make sure you can accomplish all of those tasks before really changing your focus to another position or another company, right? In your job search, less is more. So systematize that. Can't say big words. So recap really quickly. There are 3 strategies. You want to narrow your focus, you want to create a plan, and you want to create a system for your job search. And collectively, these things, when you do them right and you get clear on these things, they're going to help you reduce that stress, reduce the feeling of overwhelm and the feeling of frustration, because you're going to begin to get traction when you do these things, and you're going to feel more organized while you are doing those things, okay? So, closing with my powerful question for you. If you feel comfortable, I would love for you to share those with me in the comments below. But let me know, you can just type 1, 2, or 3, whatever. Which of these strategies are you going to immediately implement in your job search to reduce your, quote, job search struggles, okay? You don't have to pick all of these, right? Because that's the opposite of reducing stress. But I want you to pick one of these things and try your very hardest to implement this into your job search, and then come back and let me know how that went for you, because I think a little bit, by just picking one, you're going to go far. So that's everything. Well, I mean, it's not everything. There's so much job search wise that I could share, but like, you know, this is it for the video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this, that you use these strategies to help you, and so that you're not looking cray out here in these streets, okay? I want you to be successful. If you are looking at this and you're like, you know what, I would really love a strategy that's outlined for me in a way that's easy to implement this, I really want to encourage you to join my membership. It's called the Black Professionals Academy. There are 2 tiers that really are customized to help you, but really it takes you through my entire career success path, and that includes things like really helping you to get focused in your job search, picking out your advanced strategies, using a journal or a spreadsheet to support you and help you be organized. And that's how I've laid it out to really ensure that you're getting success over time. So if you are interested in joining the Academy, I will put a link below. If you want to know more, you're always welcome to email me or check out my website to learn more. But either way, whatever you join or not, I hope that you continue visiting my channel and continue to come here for great tips that are really going to help you. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe so you can get notified, and also tap the bell so you can get notified of new videos when they are released. And if you found this video, it would be so great if you shared or liked this video. It's really going to help other Black professionals get this message as well, so that they can leverage this in their career. So it's been great. I'll see you all soon, and I'll be posting new videos. So bye.